It's the second day of this week. The first day was quite good for markets globally. The handover that came in from the US markets was quite positive, and here in India as well, the markets did quite well. But today, let's see how the session holds out, because we do have the threats coming in from US President Donald Trump on raising tariffs on India further as compared to what we have right now. So of course, that is something that we'll keep an eye out for. But first up, before we head into all the stocks as well as the FNOQs, let's take a look at what the Asian markets are doing. Well, it's largely a green-looking screen. The KOSPI is the index that is gaining the most in today's trading session. So far, it's up almost 1.5%. Taiwan is the other big mover today, up almost 0.9%, and Hang Seng as well, as you can see on your screen, is up almost 0.2%. The Nikkei 2 saw very good gains in yesterday's trading session. Was in fact the top index that was trading higher in yesterday's trading session, and today we do have it trading higher with almost around 0.5%. So the Asia picture for now is it's a sea of green as far as Asia is concerned. But let's take a look at how our own Indian markets are expected to open. The GIFT Nifty will come for you on the screen. For now, it's a 40-point downtick, but let's see where we go from here. But moving on then, we now have our research team joining in with how the trade setup looks like and the stocks that are likely to be in the news. First up, Vivek is joining us to get us all the market cues we need to watch out for in today's trading session. Good morning, Vivek. What does today's session hold out?
Well, good morning. While we started off the week on a strong note, all eyes today will be on the kind of impact that Trump's latest tweet on, exactly what will the kind of tariffs that India is going to see. He's talking about higher tariffs, also penalties, something that is looming as far as Indians are concerned. On the back of that, a lot of uncertainty prevails. Now, talking about US markets, similar to Indian markets, US markets also rebounded after a 4-day losing streak. All of the US markets ended strongly higher in the session today. In fact, even the Indian markets yesterday rebounded quite significantly after a 4-week downtick, and yesterday the Nifty managed to end above the 24,700 mark. Now, the other good news was that the oil prices yesterday extended their cuts. So Brent yesterday ended lower by over 1.3%. Close near the $68.7 a barrel mark. In terms of what is it that we'll be watching out for today, well, number one, Trump's tariff threat is something that we need to watch out for. So watch out for all of the OMCs in trade, watch out for the textile pack, and also watch out for the auto ancillary space. Along with that, some key result reactions today, the results that came in post-market hours yesterday, Aurobindo Pharma, Bosch, DLF Sona, all of these key names will react to the results. And Paytm, remember, large block is expected, and Fin will be exiting their stake completely. On the other hand, some key results to watch out for today. Remember, Adani Ports, Airtel, Britannia, Lupin, some of the stocks that will come out, or some of the companies that will report their Q1 results today. Asian markets, like you mentioned, in the green. GIFT Nifty, however, indicating a gap down start for our markets today.
Well, absolutely, Vivek. Thank you so much for that update. Now, let's move on to Ria, who will now list out all the stocks we need to watch out for in today's trading session. Good morning, Ria.
Good morning, Vamakshi. Let's take a look at the stocks to be in focus today. First up, starting off with IndusInd Bank. RBI has approved the appointment of Rajiv Anand as the MD and CEO of the company for a period of 3 years. So keep your eye out on that stock on the back of that. Next up, moving on to Paytm. Sources say that Anfin is likely to sell a 5.84% equity of the company via block deals. And remember, this is expected to be a clean-out trade. Moving on to the earnings, Siemens Energy has reported its Q3 numbers. The net profit has gone up by over 80% on a year-on-year basis. Even the revenue has seen an increase of over 20%. For DLF for Q1, the sales booking has gone up by over 44% on a year-on-year basis, coming in at rupees 23,223 crores. The collections have also seen an increase of around 36% compared to the same quarter in the last year. For Kansai and Nerolac, the revenue has seen an increase of just about 1.4%. And the margins have come in at 14% versus 15.5% in Q1 of last year. For Inox India, revenue has seen an increase of around 14.5% compared on a year-on-year basis. Margins have been slightly subdued, coming in at 22.5% versus 23.6% in Q1 of last year. For Delta Corp, revenue and net profit have seen increases of around 3.8% and 36% respectively on a year-on-year basis. For Aurobindo Pharma, the net profit has come in at about 824 crores compared to our estimates of 920 odd crores. Revenue has also been below estimates at 7,868 crores.
Well, thank you so much for those updates, Ria. Lots of earnings in focus today. But finally, we now have Sudarshan joining in with cues from the F&O space. Sudarshan, good morning.
Good morning, Vamaxi. So yesterday we saw a broad-based gains led by especially mid-cap index, and mid-cap index was up more than 1%. Even Nifty was higher and managed to hold on to levels above 24,700. While support came from IT, metal and autos, one sector that was under pressure and kept gains in the check was financial, especially Nifty Bank, because heavyweights like ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank have closed with cuts. Now, overnight cues are largely positive, but Trump's comment about a tariff on India might weigh on market, and that's the reason you are seeing that GIFT Nifty is indicating a start with minor cuts. As far as flows are concerned, FIs continue to sell. Yesterday also we saw in the cash market, FIs have sold more than rupees 2,500 crore and DIs have bought more than rupees 4,300 crore. In the index futures, it was just a minor buy figure of rupees 204 crore by FIs, and also they have added long positions on just more than 800 contracts and have reduced short positions of around 425 contracts. Now again, FIs long exposure remains around 9%. On the option front, 24,800 call keep seeing the maximum additions. Here we saw addition of more than 14 lakh shares. Again, 24,700 call option was healthy as well. We saw addition here also almost 14 lakh shares. On the put side, 24,600 and 24,700 put have seen maximum addition. Support for Nifty remains around 24,550 and resistance is at 24,900. Stocks, one stock in the band, that is PNB Housing Finance. One stock that I'll keep a track on is IndusInd Bank, because board and RBI have approved appointment of Rajiv Anand as MD and CEO for 3 years.
Well, absolutely, Sud. Thank you so much for those details.